Hi, this is Harnett with another one-take Work.Love.Play Daily video blog. And I had pop into my head today something I came up with personally for me about how to explain about health and why it's so hard to change, most appropriately, to change people's health habits and health behaviors. And it was the first time I was working in Hawaii, so it was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And I called it the 4 things that you need to know about health. Sometimes I called it the 4 things you need to know about health and disability. And it comes down to 4 basic things for me. One is that you have to make it personal to people. You have to make it personal for yourself as well. 2 is that facts do not change behavior. That usually is my number 1, so one take, so I'll flip it when I talk about it more. 3 is that just because they show up, it doesn't mean that they're committed, and the same for you. Just because you show up, it doesn't mean you're committed. And then 4, you have to learn how to bend your knees, lean forward, and enjoy the ride. So what do I mean? Let's go to the true number 1, which is facts don't change behavior. There are basically 4 to 5 to 6 things that would eradicate 75% of healthcare expenses, and that's if your weight's in a normal range, you don't smoke, you exercise at least 30 minutes every day, preferably an hour. You eat 5 and actually preferably 9 fruits and vegetables a day. You need 9 fruits and vegetables a day to prevent cancer or reduce your potential for getting cancer. It still happens to people. Ideally, if you're a guy, you shouldn't drink more than 2 alcoholic beverages in a day and no more than 14 in a week, and no, you can't have 14 at one sitting. And females, no more than 1 alcoholic beverage a day or no more than 7 in a week. And then ideally you want to keep your stress down too. So that's 6, but the first 4 I mentioned are the top 4. I have actually gone over those on factory shop floors with people with limited educations, and I never surprised anyone. So everybody knows these facts, but it's just very hard to execute. So how do you increase your odds? And well, that's number 2. You have to make it personal. And yes, you have to make it personal to the listener, absolutely critical. And we don't do a good job of doing that. But you also have to make it personal for you, and you have to be willing to take a risk and tell your own story. I've told stories before. I'm going to save those today so this doesn't get to be too long, but that's part of why I do tell personal stories, because you have to take that risk. 3, just because you show up doesn't mean that you're committed. It's Sunday, and I actually took my mom to church today, and lots of people go to church all around the country and go to temple all around the country and go to all kinds of worship services on a weekly or a frequent basis. And they're great when they're in that service, and then they leave and they go back to other behaviors. It's not that they want to, it's just kind of our nature. We're really kind of good at sorry, there's people going by. We're really kind of good at being good for an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, but it's hard to pull the trigger all week long, right? The toughest part is to see somebody you're in service with and then see a different behavior when you leave. Again, best laid plans, but we have to remember that just because even people come to our health initiatives doesn't mean they can execute it in the long run, and that doesn't make them a bad person, it just means it's hard. Which leads to number 4. When I was trying to learn how to surf, and trust me, I am still trying to learn how to surf even close to well, I'll never forget the thing I heard a surf instructor say to somebody else, because I'm fairly self-taught, and that is that you've got to remember to bend your knees, lean forward, and enjoy the ride. Basically, we've got to make this fun, and we have never made healthcare costs, changing health behaviors fun. And I think that's frankly the place we need to start. So you know what? We keep searching for new and new answers, and it comes down to some basic stuff. Every time I revisit the 4 things you need to know about health and the 4 things you need to know about health and disability, never changes, always is solid. So it doesn't mean that we can't keep looking, but basics are good. So this is Harnett with a one-take Work.Love.Play Daily video blog, saying, since for me it's Sunday, I hope you aren't getting some good work today, but maybe you will during the week, that you're going to get to enjoy some tremendous love, and that you don't forget to play. Thanks.